Chairman, thank you to the witnesses. Appreciate your being here. Mr. Wheeler, a Wall Street Journal article, February 4th, says about you that you wanted to leave some room for broadband providers to explore new business models. Is that correct?
I'm not sure the article you're talking about, but one of the key precepts that we have been working on is how do we make sure that broadband providers have the initiative to be creative and the initiative to invest.
Okay, so you do want to leave some room for broadband providers to explore different business models, correct?
Yep. Yes, sir, and we have also explicitly said that we do not cover what have been traditionally called specialized services or managed services, and it was interesting to note that the Verizon CFO about a week ago said Verizon's growth opportunities are going to be in over-the-top services and Internet of Things services, both of which it appears they're
we
to
can
offer
find out those
things
from Verizon, but I was wanting to ask you directly about things that you specifically could answer from your own experience and knowledge. Which there was a court ruling in January 2014 that threw out the prior effort to control the rules to control the Internet. What makes the new rules more able to withstand court challenge, Commissioner Wheeler?
Thank you for asking that question, Congressman. The basis of the court's decision was that we had imposed common carrier regulation on the ISPs without classifying them as common carriers. And the heart of this decision is that, in fact, we did classify them as common carriers, thereby addressing the principal issue in the Verizon decision.
Okay, so different facts, you just use different words to describe it. It's the way it sounds. But I heard you just say Congress asked us to look at the rules. What from Congress asked the FCC to look at rules regarding the Internet?
The 1996 Telecommunications Act.
Oh, so it was recent. That was 19 years ago. You seized on that to say Congress was asking you to look at the Internet 19 years later. Well, I would submit to you that something in 1996 had nothing to do with wanting you to take charge of the Internet. And I would also thank you for your willingness to leave some room for exploratory business models and new business models. That's really so gracious of you, because before the FCC stepped in, everybody was able to explore new business models. The only difference is now you're playing God with the Internet, saying, I will decide, we'll leave some room for you to come up with new business models. That's not your job. The court said that in January 2014, and you can change the wording around, but it doesn't change the facts. And Congress is not asking you, was not asking you to take over the Internet. So I want to make that clear. You find something in the last 4 years where Congress has passed it by elected officials of this country and said, please take over the Internet, then that would be good evidence before this committee. But until that happens, some of us, most of us in the House and most of us in the Senate do not want you to decide who gets to develop a new business model and who cannot. And I yield back my time. Thank you.
Chair, thanks, gentlemen.